Namaste. So tonight I'm going to read Book 9, Chapter 29, on the antidote of Savitri, on gifts, and on the effects of karmas. The Maha Devi Bhagavatam. Om Vakratu Namakaya Kuti Surya Om Guru Brahma Guru. Hari Om Tat Sat. Narayana said, Yama got thunderstruck at these queries of Savitri. He then began to describe with a smiling countenance the fruition of the several works of the Jivas. He said, O child, you are now a daughter only 12 years old, but you speak of wisdom like the highest jnanis and yogis, Sanaka and others. O child, by virtue of the boon granted by Savitri, you have become incarnate of her in part. The king Asvapati got you before by performing severe penances. As Lakshmi is dear and fortunate with regard to Vishnu, as Mahadevi is to Mahadeva, Aditi to Kashyapa, Ahilya to Gautama, so you are to Satyavana in respect of affection and good luck and other best qualities. As Sachi is to Mahindra, as Rohini is to Moon, as Rati is to Kama, as Svaha is to fire, as Svadha is to the Pitris, as Sanjana is to the sun, as Varunani is to Varuna, as Dakshina is to Yaksha, as earth is to Varaha, as Devasena is to Kartikeya. So you are fortunate and blessed with respect to Satyavana, O Savitri. I myself grant you this boon of my own accord. Now ask other boons, O highly fortunate one, I will fulfill all your desires. Savitri said, O noble one, let there be 100 sons of mine by Satyavana. This is the boon that I want. Let there be 100 sons of my father as well. Let my father-in-law get back his lost eyesight, and may he get back his lost kingdom. This is another boon that I want. Thou art the Lord of the world, so grant me this boon, too, that I may have this, my very body, for 1,00,000 years, when I may go to Vaikunta with Satyavana. Now I am eager to hear the various fruitions of karmas of several jivas. Kindly narrate them and oblige. Dharma said, you are very chaste. So what you have thought will verily come to pass. Now I describe the fruition of karmas of the jivas. Listen, accepting this holy land of Bharata, nowhere do the people enjoy wholly the fruition of their twofold karmas, good and bad. It is only the Suras, Daityas, Danavas, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, and men that do karmas. The beasts and the other jivas do not do karmas. The special jivas, example men, etc., experience the fruition of their karmas in heaven, hells, and in all the other yonis, wombs. Especially as the jivas roam in all the different yonis, they enjoy their karmas, good or bad, as the case may be, carved in their previous births. The good works get fructified in heavens, and the bad works lead the jivas to hells. This karma can be got rid of by bhakti. This bhakti is of two kinds: nirguna, of the nature of nirvana, and towards prakriti, of the astute of Brahma, and with Maya inherent. Diseases come as a result of bad and ignorant actions, and Healthiness comes from the good and certain scientific karmas. Similar are the remarks for short and long lives, for happiness and pain. By bad works, one becomes blind or deformed in body. So by doing excellent karmas, one acquires siddhis, etc. These are spoken generally. I will now speak in detail. Listen. This is very secret even in Puranas and Smritis. In this Bharata Varsa, men are the best of all the various classes of beings. The Brahmanas are the best of men and are best in all kinds of karmas. They are responsible too for their actions. O chaste one, of the Brahmins again, those that are attached to the Brahmanas are the best. The Brahmanas are of two kinds, as they are Sakama, with desires, and Nishkama, without desires. The Nishkami Brahmanas are superior to the Shakami Brahmanas, for the Shakamis are to enjoy the fruits of their karmas, while the Nishkami Brahmanas are perfectly free from any such disturbances. They have not to come back to this field of karma. The Nishkama Bhakta, after they quit their bodies, go to a place free from sickness or diseases, pure and perfect. From there, they do not come back. The Niskama Bhaktas, assuming the divine forms, go to the Goloka and worship the highest God, the highest self, the two-armed Krishna. The Sakami Vaishnavas go to Vaikuntha, but they come back in Bharata and get into the wombs of the twice born. By degrees, they also become Niskama, when they certainly acquire pure, undefiled bhakti. The Brahmanas and Vaishnavas that are Sakamis in all the births never get that pure, undefiled intellect and never get the devotion to Vishnu. The Brahmanas living in the tirthas, sacred places of pilgrimages, and attached to tapas go to Brahmaloka, the region of Brahma. They again come down to Bharata. Those that are devotedly attached to their own dharma, religion, and reside in places other than tirthas go to Satyaloka and again come to Bharata. The Brahmanas, following their own dharma and devoted to the sun, go to the world of the sun and again come to Bharata. And those who are devoted to Mula Prakriti and devoted to Nishkama Dharma go to Manidvipa and have not to come back from thither. The bhaktas of Shiva, Shakti and Ganesha and attached to their own dharmas respectively go to Shiva Loka and return from there thence. Those Brahmanas that worship the other devas and attached to their own dharmas go to those regions of theirs respectively and again come to Bharata. Attached to their own dharmas, the Nishkami Bhaktas of Hari go to their bhakti step by step to the region of Shri Hari. Those that are not attached to their own dharmas and do not worship the devas and always bent on doing things as they like without any regard to their acharyas go certainly to hells, no doubt in this. The Brahmanas and the other three Varnas attached to their own dharmas all enjoy the fruits of their good works. But those who do not do their swadharma go verily down into hells. They do not come to Bharata for their rebirth. They enjoy their fruits of karmas in hells. Therefore, the four Varnas ought to follow their own dharmas of the Brahmanas. They are to remain attached to their own dharmas and give their daughters in marriage to the similarly qualified Brahmanas. Then they then go to the Chandraloka, the region of the moon. There they remain for the life periods of the 14 Indras. And if the girl be given with ornaments, the results obtained would be twice. If the girl be given with a desire in view, then that world is obtained. But if the girl be given without any desire, but to fulfill the God's will and God's satisfaction only, then one would not have to go to that world. They go to Vishnu Loka, bereft of the fruits of all karmas. Those that give to the Brahmanas pasture ground and cattle, silver, gold, garment, fruits and water, go to the Chandraloka and live there for one manvantara. They live long in those regions by virtue of that merit. Again, those that give gold, cows, copper, etc. to the holy Brahmanas go to the Suryaloka, the region of the sun, and live there for 1 ayuta years, 10,000 years, free from diseases, etc., for a long time. Those that give lands and lots of wealth to the Brahmins go to the Vishnuluka and to the beautiful Svetadvipa, one of the 18 minor divisions of the known continents. And there they live as long as the sun and moon exists. O Muni, the virtuous persons live long in that wide region. Note, Svetadvipa may mean Vaikunta, where Vishnu resides. Those who give with devotion dwelling places to the Brahmanas go to the happy Vishnu Loka, and there in the great Vishnu Loka they live for years equal to the number of molecules in that house. He who offers a dwelling house in honor of any Deva goes to the region of that Deva and remains there for a number of years equivalent to the number of particles in that house. The lotus-born Brahma said that if one offers a royal palace, one obtains a result 4 times, and if one offers a country, one gets the result 100 times that. Again, if one offers an excellent country, twice as much merit one acquires. One who dedicates a tank for the expiation of all one's sins, one lives in Janaraloka, one of the pious regions, for a period equivalent to the number of particles therein. If any man offers a vapi, a well, in preference to other gifts, one gets 10-fold fruits thereby. If one offers 7 vapis, one acquires the fruits of offering 1 tank. A vapi is one which is 4,000 dhanus long and which is as much wide or less. Note, dhanu equals a measure of 4 hastas. If offered to a good bridegroom, then the giving of a daughter in marriage is equivalent to a dedication of 10 vapis. And if the girl be offered with ornaments, twice the merits accrue. The same merit accrues in clearing the bed of the mud of a pond as in digging it. So, for the vapi well, a chaste one, he who plants an asfata tree and dedicates it to a godly purpose, lives for 1 ayuta years in Taparloka or Savitri. He who dedicates a flower garden for the acquirement of all sorts of good lives for 1 ayuta years in Dhruvaloka, or chaste one. He who gives a vimana, any sort of excellent carriage in honor of Vishnu, in this Hindustan lives for one manvantara in Vishnu Loka. And if one gives a vimana of variegated colors and workmanship, 4 times the result accrues. And one who gives a palanquin acquires half the fruits. Again, if anybody gives out of devotion a swinging temple, the Dol Mandir, the Bhagavan Sri Hari, lives for 100 manvantaras in the region of Vishnu. O chaste one, he who makes a gift of a royal road decorated with palatial buildings on either side lives with great honor and love in that Indraloka for 1 ayuta years. Equal results follow whether the above things are offered to the gods or to the brahmanas. He enjoys that which he gives, no giving, no enjoying. After enjoying the heavenly pleasures, etc., the virtuous person takes birth in Bharata as a Brahmin or in other good families in due order. And ultimately, in the Brahmana families, the virtuous Brahmana, after he has enjoyed the heavenly pleasures, takes his birth again in Bharata in Brahmana, Kshatriya, or in Vaishya families. A Kshatriya or Vaishya can never obtain Brahmanahood, even if he performs asceticisms for 1 koti kalpas. This is stated in the Srutis. Without enjoying the fruits, no karma can be exhausted, even in 100 koti kalpas. So, the fruits of the karmas must be enjoyed, whether they be auspicious or inauspicious, by the help of seeing the devas and seeing the tirthas again and again. Purity is acquired, O Savitri. So now I have told you something. What more do you want to hear? Say. Here ends the 29th chapter of the 9th book on the antidote of Savitri, on the fruits of making gifts, and on the effects of karmas in Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali. Hari Om Tat Sat.